The film starts at night at a railway station where a girl is sitting alone, looking scared and worried. She keeps glancing at her mobile, but then her eyes focus on a man standing in front of her. She starts watching him carefully, but then the man takes his bag and leaves. After that, the girl goes to her friend's house, where he brings her some alcohol to drink. The girl tries to talk to him and says, "Give me your mobile, I have an important task." He easily gives her his mobile, and the girl goes to another room and starts looking at herself in the mirror. Suddenly, she feels something on her back. As soon as she removes her shirt, we see traces of scratches from which blood is oozing. She is scared to see this and starts crying. She then begins the task for which she had taken her friend's mobile. She installs a dangerous killer app on his mobile, called You Die, which is also the name of the movie, meaning you will die. Since it was getting late and the girl did not come out, her friend comes and knocks on the door. The girl hurriedly says, "Take your mobile, I have to leave immediately, there is an emergency, my mom has called me." But before leaving, she says to her friend, "Please forgive me. And yes, I have installed an app on your mobile. So, do one thing, install this app on someone else's phone. Remember to do this." Saying this, she leaves with tears in her eyes. Her friend, not understanding anything, goes inside and starts watching a movie on his laptop, where he gets a notification from the app, which he starts checking. Without knowing how dangerous this app can be for him, he sees a 24-hour timer running in the app. The time is decreasing, and the recording of the app is also going on. What will happen after 24 hours, we will know later. The camera recording of the app continues. The boy looks at his room through the app's camera and sees a man standing behind the door. He gets very nervous, but when he removes his mobile and looks, there is no one there. He thinks that maybe this app has some function, so he ignores it. After a while, he gets another notification from the app. When he checks the camera recording, he hears a noise from the kitchen. As soon as he sees it on the camera, he goes to the kitchen to check. But there is only a mouse there. Ignoring this too, he goes to sleep. In the middle of the night, when he is in deep sleep, the app's notification comes again. He wakes up but still opens the app. When he faces the camera, he sees an old woman sitting on the sofa. As soon as he sees her, he gets so nervous that he loses his sleep. He quickly turns on the light but sees that no one is sitting there. Now we see the main character of this movie, a girl named Aisha. She comes out of the building and puts flowers on the door. Actually, her mom and dad had died. This was her house, so as a last sign, she offers flowers here. Now she has no one in this world except her brother. She goes to her brother's house. They are eating together, and we also see his brother's wife, who was a mental doctor. Now, because Aisha was very scared of those two and had not gone anywhere for a long time, she decided to celebrate the holidays by planning a trip. After this, Aisha returned to her house, where she lived with her friend. Her friend told her, "I have started watching a drama film with one of our friends. And I know that Aisha is walking between you and him. You both like each other." To which Aisha replied, No, there is no such thing. I just met him a while ago. And I don't form relationships so quickly. After this, her friend brought some CDs and DVDs of drama movies. Then she realized that they were out of popcorn. To buy some, both girls went to a supermarket. Meanwhile, her friend set up the whole movie. While the girls were shopping in the store, a boy in a hoodie appeared. Looking at his face, it was clear that he was not well and had not slept for many days. This boy was none other than the original one. He was worried because of the app. He received another notification from the app. When he opened it, there were only 10 minutes left on the timer, meaning he had only 10 minutes left to live. To save his life and install the app on someone else's mobile, he asked Aisha for her phone, saying, "Please give me your phone. It's an emergency." Aisha, being kind-hearted, immediately took out her mobile and gave it to him. While talking to her, he started looking at Aisha's mobile but kept glancing behind her because a woman's ghost was constantly moving towards him. He got scared, but Aisha also wondered what he was looking at behind her. When she turned around, there was no one there. Taking advantage of this, he secretly installed the app on her mobile, and the poor girl didn't even know. Now we see the friend of this boy from the beginning, who was sitting with her friend in the car. Suddenly, she said, "I am nervous here, let's go out." When she stepped out, the girl asked for her phone. The boy gave her the mobile, and she quickly started installing the app. But the boy saw this and, knowing about the app, took his mobile back and pushed it aside. He immediately left in the car. After he left, the girl took out her mobile and opened the app, which showed only 2 minutes left. This meant she would die soon. While looking at the app, we could see the ghost of a man behind her, moving towards her. Suddenly, a dark hand emerged from the mobile and tried to grab her neck. The girl got very scared and immediately threw her mobile away and ran. But when she went a little further, she saw a tall ghost blocking her way. She was very scared. The next moment, the ghost grabbed the girl from both sides. He grabs her so badly that she dies there. Now we see the scene at Asha's house, where the three of them are sitting and watching a romantic movie, enjoying themselves. But then Asha's friend thinks, "I'll give them some time alone. They both love each other, so they will spend a good time together." After this, she immediately gets up and goes to her room to sleep. Now, when Asha and her friend are alone, a notification from the "You Die" app appears on Asha's phone. As soon as she opens the app, she finds out that it has been running on her mobile for the last hour. There is a 23-hour timer in the camera recording, which means she has only 23 hours to live. Her friend takes the mobile and starts looking at the camera of the app. Here, she sees the ghost of a small girl. Both friends see the ghost moving towards them. Her friend tries to touch the ghost of the child, but it looks like a hologram, similar to when we hit someone with a laser and their picture becomes a wall in front of it. Seeing this, the three of them start laughing and making fun of each other, considering the app a game. Her friend wanted to sleep there that night, but Asha somehow convinces her to go home. Later, when Asha is studying alone at night, she receives another notification from the app. When she checks it, she sees someone's ghost through the camera of the app. This scares her so much that she sneezes loudly. Hearing the noise, her friend wakes up and comes out to Asha. Asha tells her that it was actually nighttime. Hearing this, her friend starts laughing and calms her down. After that, both of them go to sleep. At midnight, when Asha gets up to drink water, she receives another notification on her mobile. When she checks it, she sees an old woman's ghost in front of her on the camera. The ghost has no hair and looks very eerie, gesturing for Asha to look the other way. When Asha looks that way, there is another ghost standing very close. This scares her so much that she runs back to her room. She receives another notification on her mobile. When she checks it, she sees the woman's ghost again. But when she looks aside for a moment, the woman's ghost comes very close and attacks Asha, trying to kill her. Asha starts screaming loudly. Hearing her voice, her friend comes immediately. Asha tells her that she saw a woman's ghost because of the app. Her friend says, "Asha, you are so smart, yet you are saying such things. Nothing happens. This is just an app, nothing more than a game app." Saying this, she hugs Asha and comforts her. They both sleep together, but the night is not over yet. Later, when Asha's friend wakes up to go to the washroom and comes back, we see the woman's ghost standing near Asha, watching her sleep. The next morning, Asha checks her mobile and sees that she has only 11 hours left. She tries to uninstall the app and delete it from her mobile, but it doesn't work. The app stays there. Then she searches the internet about this app. What is this? But there is no information about it. Then her friend says, "Do this. Install this app on my mobile too, so that I can also see what this camera recording is." But Asha refuses, saying, "I don't want to create a new problem. Today itself, I will ask my hacker friend to uninstall this app." Now, when Asha was going somewhere on her bicycle, she saw an old man staring at her. She also started looking at him closely, but when a car came from behind and honked, she left from there. Sitting at her favorite place, she was eating an apple when suddenly a notification came on her mobile in her purse. Hearing the sound, she was shocked because she was sure that she had left her mobile at home. Then who put it in her bag? She doubted that her friend must have put it there. That's why she immediately took out her mobile and checked the app. By looking at the camera, she saw the old woman and her ghost again. The ghost had followed her and came there too. Escaping from her, Asha went back home. But as soon as she stepped inside, she angrily confronted her friend, "When I left my mobile at home, why did you put it in my bag?" Hearing this, her friend was very surprised. She said, "What are you saying? I didn't put the phone in your bag. Think again about what you are saying because I don't understand anything. I didn't even touch your mobile. What was the need for me?" Now, Asha gets angry and goes to her sister-in-law, who was a doctor, and tells her about all her problems. "I can see ghosts everywhere. Now I don't understand what to do. Please give me some advice." Her sister-in-law says, "You can see those ghosts because you are focusing so much on them. You are thinking so much about them. You have started paying so much attention to them that they look real to you. So my advice is to quickly uninstall that app from your mobile and take a shower. Take a bath, you will feel fresh." Now, when Asha was taking a bath in the washroom and lying in the bathtub with her eyes closed, she saw a ghost standing next to her without a head. Then Asha's eyes went to her arm, where there were strange kinds of scratches with something written in them. Blood was also coming out of the scratches. She was just seeing this when the headless ghost started pressing her neck, causing Asha to scream loudly. Hearing the scream, her sister-in-law came there and got very scared, seeing that Asha was pressing her neck with her own hands. Then she quickly comes and takes care of her, stopping her from doing this. When Aisha comes to her senses, she is very worried and scared about the whole situation. In fear, she tells her sister-in-law, "This problem has been going on with me for many days. Look at this, there are scratches on my arm." When she shows her arm, her sister-in-law does not see any sign there. Because it is obvious, other than Aisha, no one else can see them. That's why she just says, "Leave these things. Don't pay so much attention to them. And just try to get that app uninstalled as soon as possible." That's why Aisha goes to her friend. Her friend takes her to a hacker. The hacker tries to uninstall the app but is unable to delete it. He is worried, "What is this? There is no such app that I have not been able to delete. So what is this?" He does not even understand the coding of the app. But from the internet, he finds out about a website. When he opens it, he finds out how this app has made millions of people its prey. This app worked like a forum where everyone shared their experiences with the app, explaining when they found out about it and what happened to them after it joined them. Aisha's friend did not believe in these things and thought it was all nonsense. Now we see the boy again, who was standing in front of the mirror and looking at himself. As soon as he touched his neck, there were marks of scratches. When he checks his mobile, he finds out that he has only a few hours left. Now the ghost of an old man with a drone comes very close to him, trying to scare him. His phone falls down and breaks, but surprisingly, the app is still running. The surprising thing is that the timer is counting down fast. He is sitting down when suddenly his attention goes to the door, from where many hands come out, grab him, and force him inside. This is how he dies. When the hacker is getting more information about the app, he finds out about a girl who has been a victim of this app for many years but is still alive. That's why Aisha tells the hacker, call her immediately. She knows how she is still alive. They video call her, and she answers immediately, knowing why they called her. As soon as she comes on the call, she says, I know everyone wants to know how I have been alive for so many years. She explains, this app does not automatically install on your mobile. Someone else installs it on your mobile. As soon as the first notification comes, the 24-hour timer starts running. Our goal is to install this app on someone else's mobile within 24 hours so that we get 24 more hours to live. And that's it. This is the only way to save yourself from being killed by ghosts. Apart from this, there is no other way to get rid of this app. And yes, if by mistake you try to run your mobile, the timer will start running fast. That means time will start decreasing quickly, and your death will happen soon. Here, he tells the most important thing, this app is not an ordinary app. It was not made by any human but by the devil himself. The devil made this app especially for the purpose of hunting people and taking them to hell. Because in this way, his powers will increase. After telling them all this, he says, okay fine, I am leaving. Goodbye. Because I also have to make arrangements to live for the next 24 hours by finding someone else on whose mobile I can install this app. Seeing this, Aisha lost her mind. She was very worried because her own life was already in danger. But she was not so selfish that she would risk the lives of others to save her own. Seeing her so worried, her friends started explaining, what have you done, Aisha? You are taking so much tension for no reason. This app, Aisha, the devil, is nothing. Don't be crazy. These are all fake. Hearing this, Aisha started getting angrier. That's why she took the car and left immediately. She went to her sister-in-law and started pleading, please, sister-in-law, somehow save me because the devil is following me.